coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
Welcome back to Wilso Productions, and today I bring you the last film review of 2017. It's been a big year for film, guys, as I have had a lot of films to review, and some of which I wasn't intending to review, but I ended up just doing it instead. So now I bring you, and the last film of the year is none other than Star Wars: The Last Jedi. This film is directed by Rian Johnson, and it stars none other than Carrie Fisher as Leia Skywalker, Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, Daisy Ridley as Rey, sorry I had a little blank moment, and John Boyega as Finn. There's many others I could give credit to, but I just can't remember all their names, and I'd have to Google it and all that, and this is hard to just do on one take. Anyway, now, let's talk about Star Wars. What's the film about? Basically, it's broken in 3 sections, guys. Rey is trying to convince Luke Skywalker to train her in the Jedi way so she can aid the rebellion in taking out the New Order. Then you have Poe Dameron, who is trying to assist Leia and all the other Resistance fighters on how to, manage the New Order and their attack, because something's happening. That's the only little spoiler I'll give, I'm sorry, but that's just a part of the story, and that's what it is about. They're being chased down, but that it won't wreck the film. It's not going to affect it anyway. And then you have Finn, who is also given a little project on the side to aid the new Resistance to help them out in the battle. I'll leave it there because Star Wars is so big, guys, and it's just like, it's one of those things. I don't want to spoil this for you, because ultimately, I want you to just go and watch it. It's an awesome film. It's long, bit too long for my taste for a Star Wars film. I felt like you could have taken 15 minutes off of the film and you probably would have been fine without it. But nonetheless, it's still a good film, guys. It's one of those films that has a great story behind it, and there's some really good story elements being told here. There's a lot of good story elements that are being brought up in this film as well that have never been brought up in a Star Wars film. New ideas change, things change, a lot of different things happen in this film, and it's hard to say that people, when they say, oh, the new Star Wars film didn't take any risks, well, unfortunately I think they did take some risks here and there. It may have not been really big plot things that people may have been expecting, but when you look at it as like a whole, it's actually a really cool little few risks they make, and changing a few of the main characters' opinions about the war and what they're fighting for, kind of ideas about the film. And it's really good. And I like that sort of thing. And there's just all these little small things that just are brought up, and it makes you just appreciate Star Wars for that try to do something different in this film. The CGI, nonetheless, is really good, guys. The CGI, is always pretty good with Star Wars. Like nowadays, Star Wars always gets it right with the new CGI and all. It's not like the prequel days where it was really garbage at first, but then eventually got okay. You're going to love the story for the most part. Some hardcore Star Wars fans that really get into it may not really like it as much. They may have some reserves about it. They may feel like, oh, why did they do this? And why did they focus on that? And why was this placed in? Because there's new characters in the film introduced to some of the other characters from the film before that get a bit of a plot story and all that, but nothing as much as is explained. So it's like they try to introduce a new character, but without less dialogue and less describing who the character is. It's just like, this character is going to join you, and it's sort of forced upon, but not really intelligently forced upon. By that I mean you have to integrate characters into the film with at least basic story and more character-driven plot, why would that character do this and all that. Nonetheless, though, guys, the action is excellent in this film. The soundtrack's different. I'm not 100% sure if I like it or not. The problem with this film is that I watched it and then I felt like I needed to watch it a second time to process it all. So the thing with me is why I liked The Revenge of the Sith was, at first when I first watched it, I didn't like a lot of the things in it. But then when I watched it a few more times, I loved Revenge of the Sith for what it brought in. But I felt like with this movie, I need to watch it more than once just to try and understand it and properly figure it out. Sorry about that, guys. I got distracted. I keep hearing bloody noise in this house, and it keeps distracting me from doing this review. But nonetheless, though, guys, it's a film worth watching. If you're still on the fence, like, oh, I don't know if I want to go watch it, go watch it. It's probably worth your time. It's worth your money. It's better than most of the films that have come out this year. It's way more better seeing than Emoji Movie. It's better than the Valerian's The City of a Thousand Planets. It's better than Cars 3. It's better than Kong Skull Island. I feel like it's better than Alien Covenant. It's better than those films that I watched this year that they got average reviews. It's still a good film for you to go to watch. It's entertaining. It's long, but it's entertaining. And that's what you want in a Star Wars film. So, I'm going to give Star Wars The Last Jedi an 8 out of 10. It's a very good film, and I liked the way they went with it, but I feel like it still has a little bit to do in order to become like an excellent film. A lot have said that it's a lot like The Empire Strikes Back in comparison of how good it is. I don't honestly think it is, to be honest. That's just my opinion. I feel like this film is good. It's a lot better than a lot of the prequels, but I still feel like it's not as good as maybe some other stories that have been told in the Star Wars universe. Is it better than Rogue One? It's hard to say. I'd have to watch Rogue One more time and then watch this film one more time to kind of compare the two. Maybe later down the track we could do a comparison and see which film was actually better of the year. Alright, so that was my review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button. If you want to subscribe for more content like this and skits and gaming content, hit that subscribe button down below. And comment down below what you think of this review, guys. And give me your thoughts on Star Wars The Last Jedi, whether you liked it or not. Or whatever, just give me ideas of what reviews to do next or whatever you want to talk about. I'll talk about anything. Anyway, catch you later, guys. I'll see you soon with a new video. Catch you later and stay tuned for more as always. Thanks, guys. Bye.